Hi guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Journey Through Journalism. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but we're finally back with Ashley Moore, who is one of my good friends from Pageantland, and she is kind of on the other side of journalism. So if you're interested in journalism but don't really care anything about sports, this one is definitely for you. And here she is, and we are getting ready. Hey, can you hear me?
Oh. Yes, I can. Hey, you look so good.
Too. You were working today, right?
No, well, I was at my other job. I work at the station part-time, so I have my other job during the week. So
Perfect. Well, let's just get started. I know that you are at West Georgia right now doing mass communications and political science. Tell me why you chose to go there and kind of what your experience has been so far.
So initially, I planned to attend Mercer University because I had some connections in Macon at news stations who told me, I'll take you under my wing. I'll show you the ways of a journalist. And I thought, wow, I mean, what better experience could I have? But even after receiving academic scholarships, it was just going to be way too much in debt for me. And a lot of my dual enrollment courses wouldn't transfer over.
Right.
And I mean, I was literally sitting there with tears in on my face, just running down my face, scheduling a tour to the University of West Georgia. I'd already been accepted, and I only applied because one of my teachers told me to, my AV Tech teacher. And I thought, I don't really care. I'm going to Mercer. It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
And so I had, Mercer, Kennesaw State, and then University of West Georgia. Those are my top three, the only three I applied to. And I mean, I was like, nah, you know what? I don't really think I want to go to Kennesaw. It just doesn't seem like it's the right fit for me. I want something where I can have, more intimate class settings. And so I just scheduled a tour to UWG. I came up here 2 days later, and I was here early in the morning. And as soon as I pulled onto campus, Nana and I were in the car, but there was just something about this place, kind of like when we go pageant dress shopping.
Yes.
We can tell when something's the one. And I knew before I even stepped foot on the campus, as soon as we just drove to the office, I looked at Nana and I said, this is it. And just being on the campus, seeing the opportunities that we have a radio station here. Oh, wow. We have the West Georgian, which is a student newspaper that I also write for part-time. And we also have WUTV with men right now. But I thought, wow, I mean, I thought that I initially just wanted to go strictly for broadcast, but here's these other opportunities. It's convergence journalism. It covers all areas. And I thought, I would be crazy to pass that up. And I was very fortunate that when I got here, my education was paid for in full. I got scholarships, which was a blessing. But the communications department, just out of the other ones I looked at, and even beyond the schools I applied to, it just seemed like the right fit for me. And political science is my minor. It came in with my love to learn about government. I mean, American government was the first dual enrollment course I took in high school. I loved it, and I just wanted to learn more. I got to take a media and politics class just to see how the news and politics interact. But honestly, it's just focused on pretty much my love for government and just learning more about it. Nothing, political, just having that knowledge about policies and procedures.
Right. Yeah, I know that's awesome. I kind of went through the exact same thing because my whole life I was like, I will never go to Georgia. I will go to Auburn. and here I am at Georgia, so I can completely relate. But I know that COVID-19 with literally everyone has affected them in some way. Did it affect you? I mean, maybe even positively with going through school and internship-wise?
So over the summer, I did a virtual internship with WRBL News 3 in Columbus, Georgia. I actually had already sent in my contract. I was, good, ready to go. And then all of a sudden, COVID happened, and 2 of my other internships that I applied for fell through. And I thought, well, I've already, made everything official for this one, even without having an interview, because as soon as I sent in the contracts, that's when the pandemic hit, and I couldn't go to the station and do an interview in person. But I assume just because of the representatives I met for media day, scouting, I assume they just put in a good enough word for me that, you know, I could go along.
Right.
And literally, I was so stressed out because I'm like, man, the pandemic is affecting all of these opportunities. It seems like I'm not going to get any practice, and that's crucial for our field. We need to have practice. And the next day, as soon as I was like, you know what, I'm not going to worry about it. What happens, happens. My other two have gotten canceled. This is it. Regardless, I mean, I can still figure out something for the summer just by myself to practice if I have to. And lo and behold, I got an email that they were offering a virtual internship, and I was over the moon. I knew that I would be insane to pass up that opportunity. Right. And I had the opportunity to listen to a lot of speakers in the industry from a lot of different areas. And we wrote, you know, one web article per week. We did a video story every week. And at first it was just the basics, learning filming basics, which was something I lacked because I was in a course for it, but because of COVID-19, it got canceled. So we didn't have studio cameras anymore.
Oh my goodness.
So I thought, you know, how are we going to do this? We just have iPhones. But I mean, little did I know those work as a great tool. And we actually got to speak with someone who owns a company in journalism that produces videos strictly off of an iPhone. And he showed us some of the stories. I'm like, okay, I have hope. I feel like I can do this. This may work. And so I pretty much, I mean, that taught me a lot of different things. And I even had a job opportunity come out of it. Because I am a full-time student, have another job, and have student organizations that I'm a part of, my schedule is very, very busy. But fortunately, with work, I was able to get all the hours I need, and you know, before Friday. So Friday, it's my time to go down to the station all day and work as a production assistant. Now, what I'm mostly doing there is putting on the newscast, producing. I actually got to sit with an anchor last Friday that I actually met at our media day. She was one of their representatives, and she let me co-write her script with her that she was just about to say on air. And I mean, even I got there early and I didn't even clock in yet because I was just so excited to go to learn and grow. Yeah. And I think that's definitely one thing this pandemic has taught me, because I was so stressed about my career. However, even when it seems like things aren't going right and how you want them to go, there's a positive that can come from it. And I was very fortunate with my opportunity. So, I mean, really, it's been more of a positive experience for me, even though it started off negative.
Right. Yeah, definitely turned into a positive. No, that's really awesome. And clearly did a phenomenal job as an intern to be able to get a job right after. That's so incredible.
I was crying when he told me that. I was like, wow, I didn't think someone would see that from me doing something virtually, but I was always taught growing up, you work hard for what you get. I had 3 generations of women, my great-grandmother, my nana, and my mom, that worked so hard for everything. I mean, my mother was a single mother whenever I was born, and you know, she was 21 and working 2 jobs to provide for us. And I had my nana, who was an entrepreneur, that I went all over with her traveling in her semi truck because she was a truck driver. And then my great-grandmother, I mean, I looked up to every single one of them, and I knew that at a very young age, you work hard for what you get. Absolutely. And to never take anything for granted. And I think that even though I had the perception of, oh, it's a virtual internship, I'm going to try my best, but you know, how can something like a job offer come out of this, you know? But truly hard work does pay off. And I think that's something that we all just need to remember, that even when you feel like you're not being noticed, what you're doing, just, it speaks volumes. So right. Just always try your best and work hard, and you can keep a positive mindset even in this pandemic.
In this negative world, yes.
Yeah.